Welcome back, everyone, and we hope you're enjoying your Wednesday, especially if you had a chance to get outside at all today. It is so nice. I want to take the show on the road just a bit.
Don't you always do a walk after the midday show and before the 4? What was it like today?
Heavenly.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I wanted after all this time.
Good.
I said goodbye to the 90s, hello to the 60s.
Yeah.
But we want to let you know about something else. The first concerns for a freeze this season are actually arriving tonight. KXAN's Chief Meteorologist Nick Bannin is tracking all of that for us here in Central Texas.
Yeah, so we're not expecting a widespread freeze. This is primarily for a few spots in the hill country, but this is the first time this season since basically early last spring, even into late winter, that we've actually had a freeze in parts of the area. But a freeze warning has been issued for Mason and San Saba counties for tomorrow morning from 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. We could see some spots drop to 32 degrees or below. And it's a sure sign that you got to start thinking about at least pets and plants tonight. We're not concerned about pipes because it's not going to be that deep of a freeze, but certainly pets, plants, and of course making sure that the unhoused remain taken care of here tonight on a cold night here in Central Texas, wherever you are. What about the average first freeze? Is this early? Is this late for parts of the hill country to have a freeze? Well, actually, it's pretty close to normal. Parts of Mason and Gillespie County usually get that first freeze between October 31st and November 6th. So, okay, we're a couple of days early then. San Saba County a little later into November, so that would be early for San Saba. Usually it's between November 7th and 13th is the average first freeze. You get into the eastern hill country, the western metro. The average first freeze there is the third week of November. Along and east of 35, the average first freeze is the fourth week of November. And because of the urban heat island effect in Austin, keeping temperatures a bit warmer in the city, the average first freeze downtown is actually between November 28th and December 4th. So certainly not expecting a freeze there, at least for now. What about our recent first freezes? Well, last winter, we had to wait until January for the first freeze in Austin. The year before, it was December 11th, still later than normal. The year before that, December 18th, still later than normal. January 2nd, the year before that, still way later than normal. And then finally, we get back to the winter of 2020 and 2021. We actually had an average first freeze date. We're not talking about freezes in Austin anytime soon, but in the hill country tonight, be ready for it. Here's what's happening outside right now from our Lorenz 360 cam from Westlake Hills. A perfectly blue sky. Gorgeous day. The wind may have been a little bit annoying, but at least the temperatures were comfortably cool, I'll call it. Maybe a tad too chilly for some of you. Great view of downtown, though. Statewide, most areas are in the 60s. Amarillo, 50s, and we've got some 70s in Laredo. Of course, 80 in Brownsville, but the majority of Texas is in the cooler 60s now as we continue to deal with that northern flow of air, a gusty north wind, thanks to that cold front that moved through. And of course, you can see the spin of the low pressure associated with it here that continues to drive that northerly breeze into Central Texas. What will happen to the wind tonight? Well, it will come down rather quickly after sunset. By 8 p.m., gusts in the 10 to 20 mile per hour range, and then the wind continues to gradually settle overnight so that we have very little in the way of wind gusts tomorrow morning, and that will help to bring the temperatures down. So clear and cold tonight. 42 in Austin. We're expecting some 30s in the hill country. It's these areas where we're looking at lows around 33. There could be some spots that get down right to the magical 32 degree number, and that of course is freezing. In Austin, a good 10 degrees above that at 42. Still our coldest morning since early April though, and then low 40s and upper 30s outside of Austin through our eastern counties. Brr tomorrow morning. Bundle the kids up for sure. Sunshine 72 here tomorrow, so a slightly warmer afternoon, and it will feel much warmer thanks to there being much less wind. Low 70s for most of us. There'll be a few neighborhoods that don't quite get out of the 60s. You can see where average is this time of year, 78. So another cooler than average day. Halloween Friday, sunshine and 75. Trick-or-treating temperatures should be in the mid to low 60s, although if you're out too late, you'll see those numbers falling into the 50s. We do have a 20% rain chance here second half of the day Saturday, thanks to another cold front. We're not going to see a big temperature change with that one, though. We'll do 74 again on Sunday with sunshine. Here's a look at our first warning weather 7-day forecast. Don't forget, we fall back here this weekend. Those clocks go back an hour. That means you get an extra hour of sleep unless you have kids or pets. Then it doesn't apply at all. Monday, sunshine 76. Tuesday, mostly sunny 78. And by Wednesday, we're back up to 80.